Hey everyone, Skoggul back. In this game, it's my second ranked game, and I'm running the Cookie Monster skin, probably my favorite skin on this game. And we're gonna show support in ranked. I've been told you can't carry a support in ranked. I feel differently about it. I feel like you can make a significant difference in a match, where a lot of people feel like it's one that you make not a great difference. And that's sort of true, and this isn't my best game. I haven't supported for a while, and I haven't Nunu'd for a while. But I pick it up. They told me to support. I felt like if I was going to support, they all really wanted other positions. I would rather have a happy team. I feel like a happy team wins more games than a fighting team. So I would rather give up my carry positions. It's not like they've seen me play and know about that this is a Smurf account, so there's no point in arguing with them. I'm just going to take the support role, do the best I can. So we'll see how this works out. It does work out very well for me, but I just like to make my team happy, see what we can do with it. I like to start 3 wards, and I like a vision ward. I know a lot of people don't care, but I believe that vision ward can clear. If you can somehow figure out where they warded, you can clear their ward and make your lane gankable bottom, and that alone can win your lane. In some ways, I'd almost rather go double vision wards and no green ward. And I'm going to blood boil the Warwick, let him get these kills really easy, try not to steal his XP. And this Warwick's going to invade all day, and when they invade all day, when someone on your team, your jungler especially, is invading all day, I just want to talk about one thing real quick. You want to support them, because they're not going to stop invading. So you need to go ahead and make it super easy for them to succeed. So to make them succeed, it's a good idea to help them and go out there. So you'll see a few times this game where I'm just going to leave my lane, go help the Warwick. We see that Warwick's ganking, and I really, at this point, am sad that I don't have my snowball. I guess he's just going to steal the Wraith camp, and he runs into Lee Sin. And this is kind of the start of their little fighting. Lee Sin's fairly low, Warwick is not. Warwick just stays full. A lot of Warwicks don't do anything till level 6. I would strongly suggest being more like this Warwick. And we lose our mid laner. And at this point, our mid laner has been killed and is DC'd. And I don't want to get myself caught out. And I hadn't placed a ward yet because I didn't think it was necessary when he had spotted Lee Sin and drove him back. I felt like the ward was not necessary, but I almost never do this brush, but I'm not going to be there to ping in the river. I might be looking away while I'm mid, so I did the brush just to help her out. I would normally have done that closer to the dragon and try to spot him out, because if you do the dragon the tri brush, they have a hard time getting to you. But that's just not the case, and I get my level, I get my Q just because I really just don't want to farm on Nunu. I wasn't ready for this. This isn't the position I wanted to be in, so I'm going to try to take what I can. It's some good experience, and it's some good gold for me. So in some ways, this really turns out being awesome for me. She goes on Janna, chases him off. I did not respond very well there, but I just wanted to hold the lane. He just wants to be ganking. Kind of different philosophies, kind of my fault there, if anyone's fault. I was not really prepared to be mid, and I was just trying to think about what she could do to me and where I need to position. Here comes Rise. I'm super happy he's back. And in some ways, this is really bad news for my opponents, because I now have level 3 and a decent amount of gold for being support this early in the game. I have some CS. While it might not be a lot, I'm sitting on 496. 500 CS or 500 gold. I don't want to walk right back through there. It's probably warded. I don't want to die without boots. That is why I go the long way around. And because I left, Sivir also got a solo lane. So Sivir's level 4. But one bad thing to note is I have no mana. No mana is not a great thing, and my Sivir's farming at 22, their Misfortune's at 16, so even with me being gone, she is doing just fine. Well, and I'm watching Misfortune just attack things for random reasons. I'm not positive what she's doing. She has like no rhyme or reason to her attacking sometimes on the minions, and that's not good. And they really just want to fight. which is okay with me. It's not really going to hurt us. We're doing fine. It's no big deal until, for some reason, Sivir's going to fully engage, and I just was not ready for Sivir to fully engage. So if you're just farming away and beating them in CS, you don't need to try to fight them, especially a Misfortune early. She has a lot more burst damage than people think she does. And this Misfortune's got herself their boots, and so I really am not sure why this fight right here happens. I'm fairly full, and I guess Sivir wants to protect me. So she goes forward, gets flashed into, and then flashes forward to... She flashes the wrong way. She didn't... All she had to do is flash backwards, and she would have lived there. So that's kind of depressing, kind of sad. We're down 3-0, and I'm support, so that's scary. Being down and being support does not really encourage me, but our Akali's out farming the Olaf, and even with that death, Sivir's ahead of Misfortune. I'm way ahead of their support, but that's just because I had mid to myself, and now I have bottom to myself for a minute. And just kind of staying back. Sivir's back, coming back out to the lane. She's alive, so I have no problem going back. Do my Cookie Monster stretch. And normally I wouldn't have taken Q so fast, but I was very... I didn't want to be out in that lane without it. So I've got my GP10 item, pick up another Vision ward, and I'm going to pick up 2 more wards. That's the big thing when you're supporting. I've placed that ward over on their Wraith camp. You can see the jungler. We see him several times. It's just so much information given. Is when you're supporting, you just want to be able to help more than just your lane. That's pretty key. Like, you want to make sure that you're not letting them invade your top side or your bottom side jungle, and you're not letting them take anything for free. So I pink War Dragon. I was hoping they would have it there. That's the general place. This bush is probably where I could have put the pink ward. I could have swapped them. I was just hoping to catch their ward there. Not paying enough attention to Tark. He still has a ward left, and I don't believe he's even backed. So he shouldn't even have a ward up at this point. I'm gonna hit F3 just to find out. Yeah, no wards up on from their side. So that's not a very good strategy. He has one in his inventory, so now they're really vulnerable to a Warwick gank because they won't see it coming. And Sivir's doing a decent job of farming. It makes me feel a little better about playing the support role. I don't mind it as much when my AD carry can at least do their job. Doesn't have to be great at it. Warwick's going to take the golems, and I've just kind of determined that I really want to kill Misfortune. If she thinks that she can just be out here with just her boots, I'm going to make sure that she dies. And so Warwick notices that we killed him, even though I had said in chat that I was going to go for it. He now wants to come over and party with us. So I'm going to blood boil the Warwick. Hopefully he's going to do something cool. He's going to take a tower shot, back out, and then unfortunately Sivir's getting tower shot, and she turned around to fight him when we had the kill easily. So that's just something that didn't need to happen here. So if we're going to look at this from Sivir's point of view, we were tanking it. Now she took a tower hit, so she needs to clear the tower hit there, and she does not because she wanted the kill so bad. So don't do that. It's not a big deal. It didn't hurt us. We're going to clear this one last wave out just to keep the pressure at this tower. The more that this wave hits that tower, the more denied Misfortune is for getting dove. It really lets us capitalize on what we have accomplished if we get this to the tower. And by the time I come back out to lane, the lane will have reset. Misfortune will push this back out really easily without even trying to. Akali's just going to be murdering Olaf, which makes me super happy because top's the one lane I can't really do anything about. But if you look at my team's ward coverage, Akali has a ward out. Warwick warded deep into their jungle. I have 2 wards out. I'm sitting on another ward right now. I'm sitting on 4 wards, in fact. And I'm just going to try to pay attention. So here, I see something. I'm running out to lane and I see Taric. Taric wants to do that, and he comes right there and stops, meaning he is warded somewhere over here. There it is. There's his ward. I just saw it get placed. So I'm going to come out as close out as I can, and I'm going to pink this ward. And I know he doesn't have one at Dragon, so he may have one in this bush over here, but he does not have one at Dragon, and he does not have one in the river. So we know for a fact that he's not there. And Warwick kind of goes a little bit too aggressive, gets stunned on the tower. It's fine, though. It won't really cost us. And I do not understand why Misfortune walked out there. Misfortune walks out, easy kill for us, even with the other two low. I think the other two are low, and she just thought that that would be awesome, as if Nunu can't do anything. He's just a giant cookie monster. So that's a mistake you don't really want to make. She made that really easy to pick up this kill, and now Warwick's going to start tanking it, and then I'm going to be in there, and I'm going to tank it. I'll tank out a tower hit if I have to. I guess Sivir hit him first, so... And once again, not only are we getting kills, we're getting kills at their tower. And the reason that's such a big deal is as they die, now they're getting all that golden experience loss. We could take the tower, but at this point, we own that lane. We could kill it at any point. I was suggesting to my team that we do Dragon because I believed that we could do Dragon for free really easy. I don't think they could stop me and Warwick could take it very simply, but they don't want to yet, and that's okay. Let's look at as a support. I need to get that second GP10 item. There's enough gold right there. I believe I'll base soon. Just because of that, she wants to go for the Janna. Janna's not available. Janna's back too far. Don't know where their ward coverage is. I do like how this Akali's playing. You look at those wards. If Warwick's helping him more than sweet, but they cannot really get to either of our lanes. Lee Sin's just going to have a rough time of this game. When Sivir's able to just farm away, she's got herself 2 kills and 2 assists, and everything's going beautifully as Akali is trumping Olaf. And it's not close. If you're in that situation as Olaf, go GP10 items. Or go Magic Resist Boots, not Berserker's Greaves when you're getting stomped. Berserker's Greaves are for when you're winning, not for when you're losing on top lane. It is not going to help you if you're just getting blown up. So you need to go be able to tank them before you can go crazy on them. So if you're not stomping your lane, don't do that. That's just something I noticed. I'd like to point out. And here, Misfortune's just going to be extended. She has no mana. And with no mana, you don't want to be trying to stay extended. And I don't want to dive this. I just wanted to get the harass down. But Sivir's out of mana too. And here, I really thought Taric was coming. Kind of my bad. Doesn't hurt us. Kind of sucks though. That ultimate's so fun when you can land it on people. But she's blood boiled. Get some more poke on a Taric if he has to spend time healing himself. Gonna go better. The lane goes better for us, and we're stronger than them. There is no question. Sivir's sitting on better items than Misfortune. Actually, she's really not. It's about even still, even though she's ahead. And Rise picks up the double kill in their jungle, and that's kind of what I said. Is Warwick's just invading all day, so if we go with him, it's gonna go good. So Rise fortunately capitalized on it. Akali's going crazy on people, and it's just kind of fun when you get off to this kind of lead. Even as a support, I'm sitting on 3,000 gold, lowest on my team, but that's to be expected. And honestly, they only have 2 guys stronger than that. Their mid and their jungle. So Sivir's able to just do quite a bit of this. We're able to pressure the tower. I think we're bored of this laning phase. We're going to go take the tower soon. I mean, what's Taric going to do about it? At most, he's going to stun Sivir, I guess. It's really not. This is a bad situation for Taric to be in. He does the right thing there, and he runs away. So, if you watch that, before we finished the tower, he ran so that it would be easy for him. And I'm telling Sivir to back out. We should probably do Dragon now. And I believe me and Sivir do Dragon while Warwick runs past us and decides that he's got to go there. Oh, there was bid stuff. I am completely wrong. My memory does not serve me correctly. They back out. We don't know where they're at. And at this point is when we do it and Warwick runs past. No idea why Warwick runs past, because at this point they're not pressed to the tower. We really should be doing Dragon. But whatever, no free objective. Warwick wants to do something. Pick up the kill under the tower on a Jamma. It's pretty amazing that they would not be ready for that. Rise gets himself stunned under the tower, and I can't really go help because I took the dragon. But the dragon's worth quite a bit of kills, especially since we traded kills over here. Akali's going to go in, Warwick's going to get himself killed. Had he come with us, he'd be fine. Oh, he does not get himself killed. Pretty much baits the Taric into getting killed. That was actually really well played by Warwick, and Akali gets the kill. So, anyhow, at this point I'm really liking my team. And I'm going to start going for a Rod of the Ages because the game is going so well. Usually I'd go for an Aegis or something, but this is kind of like the reverse of him taking Berserker's Greaves at the wrong time, is I will be taking Rod of the Ages because we're winning. And if we're winning, then Rod of the Ages will help, because then I'll get just extremely strong and I will be as tough as anyone on their team. Trying to give Sivir a little bit of support ward-wise. I like to keep that Wraith Camp warded, so every time they try to do it. And I'm going to ult and get like 3 of them because they're not smart enough to dodge it. And for whatever reason, Lee Sin walks out. I cannot for the life of me understand what Lee Sin was doing there. If you're not... if you're really low life and they have their range of what Nunu Poke and Rise can do not just walk out. That was a very big mistake by their team. And that's kind of what happens at these lower elo games, and I hear that people can't carry out of it, but that's why I believe you honestly can. Is they do stuff like that all the time. Like, I just don't know. You're way better off just going back. You don't want to go back because you don't want to give up your tower. And here Lee Sin just... I mean, we took down the mid and the bottom tower. Your jungle is now ours. Like, that jungle is not safe and protected. There's 2 mid towers down. There's just nothing about this jungle that is good for them. And they knock away... Janna knocks away Rise while he was in the ult of Misfortune. And so I could see my team still fighting. So even though I kind of got chased off and Rise got chased, I want to get back into this fight. I want to be part of this. And so there's the slow. Taric's not going to live through this. Here's the next slow. Taric's not... That's the end of that. And Warwick's going to start pounding down onto Janna. And I am going to flash Snowball. And there goes Akali to go kick onto her. Can't remember what that move is called. It's a really cool move, though. Kind of hoping Lee Sin will run out. He doesn't. My ult's up. It would have been pretty funny. And because I picked up the kill, I have blue buff. So you can see that we're extremely far ahead. I'm a 6,000 gold support. Everyone on my team is stronger than me. And looking at their team, I am stronger than anybody. And I am the support. So these are the type of stomps that happen, especially when you take advantage of little mistakes they make, like Misfortune being out of mana and acting like she could just engage bottom. Misfortune has a lot of burst, but not without mana. Her auto attacks are not that fantastic. She has no great steroid. She has nothing in her passive that helps her. Everything she does is just for that. So I see Warwick pressed, and I just want to capitalize on this. And this is pretty much going to be the end of the game. Is if Warwick's going to be pressed, then all of a sudden I know for a fact that it is time to help him. So blood boiled Warwick, slowed attack speed debuff on the Lee Sin, and Janna for some reason just can't kill. She keeps going for Warwick even though she really has no chance, and it just makes it easy to land all her stuff. There's the snowball. Even with all your movement speed and everything you got, you have no chance of escaping that. Pick up the kill, and this is why support's really not that bad to get, because I was able to capitalize on the mistakes of others. You're not stronger, so you have to outplay them. I did have a slight advantage for going mid, but and it's probably a good thing they surrendered. I do have a Rod of the Ages. Anyhow, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Good luck in your games.